friends, welcome back, or welcome if you are new here to my channel. My name is Karlijn. I like to do knits and crocheting videos on my channel, and today I wanted to go virtual yarn shopping with you. I just thought it would be fun if I talk to you guys about plans I have in my mind for when I'm satisfied with the amount of yarn I've destashed. Now, I'm not necessarily on a yarn buying ban. My main goal is to use more up a month than comes in, which usually goes pretty well. But I also am mindful about yarn purchasing, and considering my goal is to get under 100 skeins this year, not buying yarn will kind of be crucial for that. But that doesn't mean that I can't fantasize about all the yarns I would buy for when I use up all my yarn stash, or most of my yarn stash. So that's what we're gonna do today. I thought I would show you kind of the yarns I'm thinking of and which project I'm thinking of. So yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, first off, let's see. In my library, I've got a folder called Wanna Do's. Now, I don't own all these patterns yet. I own some of these patterns, I don't own them all. But these are patterns I would like to make, hence Wanna Do's. Yeah, let's just pick one. Okay, so the Jenny blouse. This is one, I've wanted to do this as soon as it came out because I have always wanted to make a Jenny sweater. However, those who know me know that there's like nothing that I would like to do less than knit my sweaters bottom up. So I just never bit the bullet. I was always just like, I'll just rewrite it someday to make it top down, and then Petite Knit came out with a Jenny blouse, which is worked from the top down. And so I immediately knew that I wanted to make this. The only thing I was a little iffy about was this neckline. It is extremely wide on her. Well, extremely. It's maybe an exaggeration, but it is quite wide. Hello, cat. So that was my worry with this pattern, which kind of made me iffy if I wanted to do this, or if I still wanted to rewrite the pattern of the Jenny sweater. But then I had a little look in the projects from other people, and I find that most of these really don't look that bad, so I think it will be fine. I'm less worried about it. Now, this is made with Sunday by Sadness Garn or Merino by Knitting for Olive, held together with a mohair. And while I normally don't use Knitting for Olive, I have some Knitting for Olive in my stash. It's not that I don't have anything against the company, but you know, it's just a little bit out of my budget usually. I would love to make this out of Knitting for Olive, specifically this color, this beautiful petroleum green. I mean, it's stunning and it's so rich and deep, and I will be holding it together with their soft silk mohair is the idea, which would look like this. That being said, as you can see, this and this, two completely different colors, at least to me, right? I love this color. This color I kind of low-key hate. I don't like it. Now, I will be going to Utrecht soon, and they have Knitting for Olive in one of the stores there, so I want to have a look, see what the color actually looks like. Hopefully they have it in stock and I can have a little look and see if I actually want to knit with this color, because if it's this, I'm in. I am sold. But if it's more like the other color with the swatches, I'm not so sold. Also, I did say I kind of wanted to stop knitting with mohair. However, I feel I haven't ever knit with Knitting for Olive mohair, and I just feel like it would add a lot of depth and like shininess, and I think it would look really good with the stitch pattern of the Jenny blouse. So that's that one. Let's see. The Amore top, stunning. I specifically love the short sleeve version. This one, amazing, give it to me. I also really like the long sleeve version, but I would probably make a short sleeve version of this top. Now, I actually got inspired by another YouTuber who made this pattern, this one. They made the Amore top on their YouTube channel, and I instantly knew I had to have it. I really do want to make this pattern. It looks very flattering, and it's just a little bit more funky with like the sleeve detailing, the little, I don't know, what do you call that? All right, so for this top I have two options. I would really like to make this top in a burgundy Bordeaux red. Are you getting sick of me yet with the Bordeaux red? I don't know. It's just, I think it would look really good. So my options are probably a more like true burgundy. I will not even try pronouncing that. It's a merino cotton, fairly simple I would say. Or in this yarn we could also choose this color for a little bit more of a summery vibe. Could also be a possibility. Either of these colors would work for me and for the Amore top. Or we go with Drops Merino Extra Fine and do this color, color 35. I mean, it's also burgundy. But this one is a little, I don't know, darker and a little bit more purple, I think. This is a little bit more pinkish. So I don't know, I think I prefer this color over this color, but I'm not entirely sure. So if you have any input on this one, let me know. Because I also wouldn't be opposed to making it in this color, or, hear me out, a little cornflower situation. Is that what it's called? Cornflower? Am I stupid? I'm not stupid. Okay, that could also be cute. Let me know what you would pick for yourself and what you think I should pick for me. I'm intrigued. Let me know. Then we go to one of the newer releases, which is the Wavelength cardigan by Be Creative Knits. I just think it's sick. I think it looks really cool, and I also think it looks quite fun to make. So what I was thinking, if I was rich, I would pick this color, or this yarn, and this color. Len Yarns Donegal Woolen Spun. It's a 100% wool, and I mean, look at the freaking depth of this yarn. It's so stinking good. Like the different little colors to die for. However, this is like €9 per 50 grams. So if I wanted to make a cardigan out of that, I would be bankrupt. So it's probably not ever gonna happen unless I win the lottery somehow, despite never entering the lottery. Or if I get like all the brand deals in the world, maybe. I don't foresee that happening though in the near future. So this would be my dream, however, very unlikely to happen. So instead I picked this yarn, the Viking Snorre Nordwool, I don't know, in this color, light petrol. I just think it's a cool color, and I think the Wavelength cardigan would look good in this kind of color. I think the cable work would really pop in this color. So that is this one. Next up, I've got the Groovy tank. This one has actually been on my radar for a long time. I really do like the way it looks, and it looks so flattering. I've been really enjoying well-tailored fitting knits recently, instead of always going for the oversized boxy fit, which, you know me, I love it just as much, but I have been really enjoying the more fitted garments, and I really enjoy the look of this. Now, alright, here's another one where I would like to make it in quite a expensive yarn, because I saw this Ravelry project, and how cool, how beautiful is this fabric? They're like ever so slightly variegated yarn. Stunning. And y'all know I love this color, so yeah. Initially I really wanted to do a solid color one, but then I saw this one and I kind of was sold. So the yarn I would like to use is the Malabriga sock in the color 412 right here. I think that would be pretty similar to the yarn the Ravelry user used, and because it's only a tank top, I feel like it's doable, right? That's like max 2 skeins, which that's a really expensive tank top. Maybe what I'll do is I'll ask Meerte if she can dye me something like this, or if I can dye something like this in her studio for this tank top. That would be cheaper for me. Next up, I've talked about this one before as well, the Northern Augustine's number 4. This would be my Christmas sweater, because it is kind of Christmassy, but it's not too Christmassy that you can only wear it during Christmas, and I like the design. So here I was also inspired by other people's projects, and this would be one that I will use for my studio for, which is Meerte's yarn brand, in case you are new here. Meerte is my friend, and she owns a indie yarn dyeing business here in the Netherlands, and lucky for me, I am friends with her, and so I can sometimes just, you know, dye up whatever I need. So what I want to do, I want to make a base color in this dark green to make it a bit more Christmassy. Now I don't know if I want that dark green to be hand dyed. I might want this dark green to be commercial yarn, so it's nothing too crazy when I do a kind of like a color like this, this contrast color here on that sweater. It would probably be fine. It's something to think about though. I might want to do the dark green commercial yarn and then hand dye the contrast color. But yeah, it would be a combination of these two, kind of like this color for the body and then a lighter green turquoisey for the contrast. I do really like the way this one looks, by the way, with the pink. I'm not a very pink girl. Next up, we've got a project I would absolutely love to make, but I don't know if I will ever get to it, which is the Agnete cardigan by Petite Knits. Absolutely stunning. I had a commercial cardigan like this that I have worn to death, and so I know for a fact it would fit in my wardrobe and it will fill a gap that I have, because I haven't bought a new cardigan like this because I know I can knit it, so I don't want to buy it, but then I have to knit it, and it's worked all the way in brioche stitch on 2.5 and 3 millimeter needles, which kind of sounds a little bit like hell, I'm not gonna lie. So I would like to make this. I'm not sure if I will get to it, but you know, if I were to make this is the yarn I would get. Knitting for Olive Merino in the color Dusty Aqua. Again, it's so nice and rich, and I just really like the color. And because this is like the knitting project of hell, I would like to make it a little bit more exciting to use a little bit more of a fancier yarn, and also the hope that it will wear very well and I won't have to knit another one a very long time. So yeah, the Knitting for Olive Merino in Dusty Aqua together with the soft silk mohair in Dusty Aqua for the Agnete cardigan by Petite Knits. And I think that is it. Let me know what yarns you would buy and for which project, if you had unlimited money. Or maybe you are on a buying ban and you're looking forward to buying a specific type of yarn. Let me know. I hope you guys liked this video, even though it was very different from what I usually do. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. That way you let me and the algorithm know you like this video, and others should watch it too. If you want to see more of me, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok and on Ravelry. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know I've definitely been guilty of not subscribing to my favorite YouTubers because it will come up to my feed anyway, but it does truly help a lot. So if you could help me out, subscribing would really help me out. I would truly appreciate it so much, and it's free, so you know, down there. I'm waiting. I think that's all. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week. Do something nice for yourself or for another, and I'll see you in the next one.